Roll check. 1, 2. All right, come on. Plug that in. Oh. Where are we at? La 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 la. Do 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 do. I'm not even ready. Hold on. Da 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 da. Change my hair. Let me just kind of get set up. Singing on my mouth. All right, hold on. Like that's not singing. I don't know what the hell that was. That brother ain't singing. What's going on? Facebook cut. Oh, look at that people in the house already. Stacy and Katie and Mary and Sandy and Carrie, Celia. I can't pronounce everybody's name. Brother Matthew's in the house. All right, let people come in. What I gotta do? I gotta share. Let me share. Come on, everybody. What kind of game you playing with me? All right, that's not the name of the title. It's not the title. Come on. Right, I gotta share the video first. Come on, stay focused, Gervais. Stay focused. Stay focused. Yes. What's the name? Petey and I did it. Christina's up in the house. Brother Anthony coming with the deep comments, and Tina, Mary, everybody else. Mount it, people. Game y'all want to play today? What game we playing today? We got games. Y'all ever been to the arcade? Y'all remember the arcade? I think I live in a virtual, perpetual, permanent arcade. People trying to figure out what Rothchild games are playing. In Rothchildcade, that's where we're at. Oh, wait. I was trying to tweet people today. All right. I try to tweet people every day. But I think it's important. I think the more we get engaged in conversation, the better. We can talk like adults. Imagine that. The hell isn't an adult? All right, here we go. Wait. Let me share. Off, running my mouth. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Share to this page. That page. Comments going. Wait. Hang on. I get excited. I look at the arcade. My friends and I used to run in the arcade. Boy, y'all remember you get to the arcade? Couldn't wait to get in there. You got your quarters. Mama! I need at least $2. I want to play all day. I know some of y'all parents, they probably gave y'all $10. The rich kids, they get in there, they had $10 in quarters. They go to y'all go to the coin machine. Y'all remember that? You go to the coin machine. You put your dollar in like ching, 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 ching. Put the other dollar in, ching, 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 ching. All right, that's it. We done. Now I gotta make this $2 last. Mama done dropped me off for 7 miles. Mama done went to work. I got games to play. I'm gonna play them slow. Pick and choose what games I'm gonna play. And that rich kid come in behind you. You know your friend Bobby, he come in. Put the $5 in. Ching, 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 ching. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every game Bobby played, I can play half a game. I can play half divided by 2. Divided by half. And then they got the $10. People come with $10, like, your mama gave you $10 to play the game? What the hell am I talking about? All right, hold on, wait. I believe you were born into the Rothchild arcade. I believe you pick a game. And some of y'all play too damn long. You see the stools? Remember they go in the arcade, the ones that had the stools? Like, oh, Lord. They're going to play Democrat all damn day. Why you playing Democrat all day? I want to play too. They'll pull up. I want to play politics all day. I want to play Republican. You know, then the kid, they put the arm on the top of the arcade, and then, they're going to sit there and play. You going to play your whole damn life, or you really going to play politics your whole damn life in the Rothchildcade? All right, wait. I'm running my mouth. I didn't even share. I got to share it one more place. Share it one more place. But I think there's an analogy there. I mean, I'm trying to flush it out. But you can't flush it out that easily. That's why I'm here. All right. Let me get the comments up. And we'll get to going. All right. Tetris. Oh, yeah, I remember Tetris, Angela. But Tetris, that was kind of like the Game Boy age. Tetris was in the arcade, but didn't I start on Game Boy? So I'm making a point. I'm not sure if you're picking it up. Y'all see that the trade wars are over. Trade wars have come to an end. Magically. Remember all that passion, the trade war, the passion? Oh, and Huawei, they're stealing our information. They're gonna murder your US military. You can't have a Huawei phone. People don't get Huawei phones. They're gonna get us. They're after us. And all of a sudden, they go to the what was that, the G20? They go to the G20, and that Trump, his phone rang. His phone rang. And what's his name? Xi Jinping, his phone rang too. They got that red phone, that Rothschild call right there. Listen, yeah, you're gonna stop the trade war. Magically, trade war's over. Overnight. All right, so when I look at this stuff, and it amazes me that it plays out the same way every damn time. At some point in time, we have to wake up, realize that we're being played in an arcade. So the trade wars are over, and I got a call from the Rothschilds. You know what they said? They said that they didn't read the Art of the Deal, y'all. They didn't read it. They didn't even know it was a book. They had no idea the slaves could make deals with the masters. They didn't even know it was a book. Man, half of them can't even read. The Rothschilds, they're just born. They get a yacht, an island, and about 8 nations, and they begin playing, because they're playing us. They didn't know it was a book. You get upset with that, guess what? They had no idea who Obama was. I asked us, you ever see an Obama speech? They were like, who is Obama? What the hell is that? That's something you get on your feet? No, we don't go on the slave beaches. We got our own beaches. All right, I don't play politics, y'all. I'm in the arcade, but I damn sure don't play no politics. I don't play no politics. Don't have nothing to do with it. Nope, sorry. I was not born yesterday. I might have been born yesterday, but not at midnight. I ain't that enough. Sorry. Nope, not playing that game. Not sitting on that stool. Nope. I like to save my quarters, because I got a whole bunch of them. I got to make this last. Mama, she done went shopping. Spend some of her and daddy money. I got to make these quarters last. I only got 70, maybe 80 years in this spot. I'm going to make my quarters last. I'm not playing your politics. All right, wait. Okay, we're almost ready. Now, I'm done running my mouth. No, I'm not hyped up on too much coffee. Let me, YouTube. Where's YouTube at? YouTube, where y'all at? Boom, boom, boom. You get all excited, get to the arcade, you start hearing the music. I had a great childhood, I'm sorry. I had a wonderful childhood. Some kids didn't even get to go to the arcade. Some of them didn't get $2. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. Always get your brothers back. Always get your sisters back. Life is an arcade. Pick and choose the games that you wish to play. All right, let's end that. Let's move it over. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Today, I was out planting today. All right, let me see. Boom, get the volume right. That brother Gustin on YouTube, we're good to go. All right. Game y'all playing? What game y'all want to play with me? What intellectual game are we gonna get into today? Nobody reads the Rothschilds' fine point. Nothing to the fine print. No, they don't, Daniel. They don't want to read it. Nope. Because they're playing the game. They don't want to read the instructions. When you got the game, Daniel, as a kid, whether you started out, I started out on Odyssey. Actually, no, I didn't even start off on Odyssey. Some of y'all don't even remember Odyssey. We had that little football game. With little dots on the screen. Little dots and a dot with a player. Y'all, I know y'all would never play that. I played that. And we started on board games, and then you had your Game Boys and Odyssey and Sega Genesis and Nintendo and all the games. You can see the analogy where I'm going with that. Adults playing video games, picking and choosing what games they're gonna play. Some of y'all playing race games. I wanna play racism all day. I'm gonna fight racism in the Rothchildcade. No, that's stupid. But you know, nobody read the instructions, Daniel, right? You get it? Nobody read the instructions. Nobody understands. If you play politics your whole damn life, we all gonna die. Can't play politics your whole life. You use 1 quarter there, you realize that this game ain't worth it. You know, you realize you can't win this game. Because the game has a game maker. And so you ain't gonna beat the game maker at the game. But not only that, you're in the Rothchildcade. You're not in an arcade. You're literally living in their world where they make the rules and decisions. They don't read the art of any deals. They don't care what slaves are trying to deal with. Okay? They are the master. We are the slaves. We either figure that out or we don't. Says that they had the G20. Did y'all see? I missed it. I didn't know. We had they had the G20. And the whole G20, I had no idea it was starting. I guess it's over. Is it over? It was over, and they told that they told the leaders what they are and aren't going to do. I have no idea what they even discussed because I can go over here and look at the news. But first, it was something more important that came on. Something more important I want to show y'all. I want to take a look at. Something a little more important. Looked like somebody was playing polar bear. Did y'all see this trade? We're talking about the G20, the global 20, and what they're gonna do, and you want to talk about the polar bear? Yeah, well, you know, listen, it ain't G7 billion. When it's G7 billion, then you got my attention. Short of that, I don't give two damns what the G20, the global Rothschild G20, what they're trying to do for the Rockefellers and the other families that fall underneath central banking. I really don't care. I don't care. So I know what they talked about, but this is important. Look like somebody. Broom versus polar bear. This is more important. Wait, hold on, what happened? Moscow zoo cleaner fends off a bear with a brush. This is a hero right here. This is a hero. Not your heroes in office. This is a hero right here. Who the hell you fooling? She's showing up there, took a brush, put it in the polar bear face? What the? All right, so it looks like the polar bear. Okay, so that must be a baby. That's a baby. That's a tame polar bear. Okay, all right. Oh, see, okay. That's fake news. Because I thought that was like in the wild or something. You ain't putting no brush and no polar bear face in the wild. You might mess around and do that here. You ain't gonna do that in the wild. All right, anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. So yeah, the trade war is over. I got the phone call, and that's pretty much the end of it. I didn't look at the news, but I flip around over there. See what I want to talk about. At the oral surgeons will watch. Oh, okay, yeah, the oral surgeons. Be careful, Susan. People died at the dentist. I remember that. Y'all remember in the 80s? People died at the dentist. You go to the dentist, and that was 90s and 2000. They messing around in there because they don't know what they're doing. They cause all kind of problems. You bleed out. Be careful. Be careful. Make sure you got a good doctor. That was good old wisdom. Good old wisdom. Never let anybody play with what goes in your mouth. And never let anybody play with your booty hole. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me see. We, the Rotharicans, will obey, conform, and obey. Beware, be scared. Elephants on parade. Yes. Well, that's a game, Dan. You're right. People playing nationalism. They want to play I got my quarters. I'm gonna play nationalism my whole life. And the Rothchildcade, the Rothchildcade is just making money. You're like doing something and you're supporting the troops because you know it's what is that? What is that thing that's coming up? That damn it. What is the 4th of July? 4th of July. What's today? The 2nd of July. Y'all know what the 4th of July is? That's the day when we cheer our armed forces to continue to fight for the Rothschilds. Actually, they're not really fighting for the Rothschilds to a degree. They fight in the Rothchildcade. For the Rockefellers and some other they fight other poor people, right? It's let me show you this. I think I got a picture of that, didn't they? When I first logged in, they showed me a picture. They had taken tanks to Washington. I saw the headline, tanks to Washington. It's like, what? For the parade. You gotta get people to cheer the murder weapons. Cheer the murder weapons. Like right here, look at that. Right here. Sending the tanks to Washington. For the people who are still playing the national game. Pretending like people don't get murdered and killed. All right. But that's what's coming up. So what y'all gonna do for 4th of July? Y'all gonna cheer for war? What the hell is that pop-up? 14 seamen dead in fire on Russian something. Uh-oh, we might be going to war. Who knows? We didn't have an arcade where I was growing up. Damn, Ivana, stop playing. You didn't have an arcade? Wow. Maybe you should tell that to the white privileged people, the people that keep saying that because you got skin, you're privileged, you got all this. Listen, I had black privilege. I could ride my bike to the arcade. I'm not bragging. I'm just making a point that your skin color ain't got nothing to do with privilege. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Everybody has some privilege. That's why I don't play the game. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. It was a good childhood. We actually did play a lot of video games, and we were thinking of you. We think about our folks elsewhere that didn't have that, but that was a part of Western privilege. We had arcades everywhere, and they shut them down. But they could shut them down because it was too late. We had the game units at home, and so you could teach tribalism and conflict, and this is my side, and this is my avatar, and I'm gonna fight the other side. So that was already set in, and so. Like, I think that's the danger of video games. I think video games, like team sports, I think it reinforces tribalism, right? Like, I got this avatar. And when you're playing the game, you didn't know you're playing the game. Y'all gotta tell Ivana about video games. So, you play the game, you get excited. Hang on, let me get rid of these damn tanks. Get rid of these murder people stuff. Murder people, heavy metal machines that go kill and murder your family members. We're supposed to cheer that. I ain't cheering that. So when you're playing the game, see this thing right here? Y'all see the ball right there? See, it's a red thing and it's a stick. It's called a joystick, okay? They call it a joystick. It's probably psychological because we have a lot of joy. And you know somebody's playing when you go. I gotta put my coffee down, otherwise I'm gonna spill it. I'm the clumsiest person I know. But you get on that joystick, you like, like you know somebody's playing, they start hitting it. And everybody in the arcade, like they all group around because you forget you're playing a game. You like get so into it. You got your avatar on the screen and somebody's shooting bombs and the tanks is coming and airplanes and bats and dragons and all this stuff. You don't even know it's real. You're playing, right? Your subconscious is just going. You believe it's real. And that reinforces the real life, doesn't it? All the studies in the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It's like when you're watching a movie, the way that one of the doctors I was watching saying that you don't know, your subconscious doesn't know it's a movie. It's just making decisions, right? And this is why you get scared and you jump in the theater because you don't know that it's fake. In a video game, you get into it. Your conscious mind knows that it's a game, but your conscious mind is only making like 2% of the decisions or whatever. That your subconscious, the autopilot, how your life is driven, just making all these decisions. So we go our entire life playing video games in the Rothchildcade because we're being programmed, completely being programmed. What game do you play? What game do you want to play? I don't want to play any more games. I'm done. I don't want to play any more games. You know, I was listening to somebody this morning. Who is this lady? Y'all probably know the names. Y'all know the name of these people. These politicians and pundits and leaders. Kim Iverson. I don't know. No, I guess I don't know if she's a journalist or whatever. She's got a channel on YouTube. I was listening to her, and I was kind of like agreeing with like 92%, maybe 91%. And she made a point. She said that when will we go to war? We'll go to war when it says we'll go to war. Like, when will American troops, because the 4th of July is coming up, when will American troops go and die and kill and be maimed? When will we send our children to go fight other people's children? And Netanyahu says, it's all up to him. You know, now, mind you, he has a red phone too. He has a red phone. He's playing Israel. He's in an arcade playing Israel because that's where he was born, which is what most people over here do. Which is why I don't really have a lot of conflict with Netanyahu. Netanyahu is the psychopath he's supposed to be because we have a world where we allow psychopaths to run every damn thing. But that's when we go to war. So you can like cheer the flag and the rockets red, the Rothchilds burning in air. You can cheer that all you want. We're going to go to a war, and we're going to start World War III when Netanyahu is ready. Your presidents don't make those decisions. Those decisions are made far above them. Who runs the Rothchildcade? They determine what games come in, what games stay, who gets to play and who has to leave. You beating up the game, beating up the joystick, you're tapping on the fire button too much, they'll tell you where you got to go. And that's why I think the trade war ended. The trade war ended because Xi Jinping and Trump got that phone call. See, in my world, I used to play politics. I don't play that game no more. Now I'm standing back and I'm trying to watch everybody playing, all the little games they're playing. Some of you people playing white, other people playing black, other people playing Chinese, other people playing immigrant, other playing nationalism, other people playing all these games. And I'm just kind of watching the games and I'm watching the play and I'm trying to figure out, I'm spending all this damn money in the arcade, in the Rothchildcade. We're basically spinning an Earth. Our species is flirting with extinction. And we're still playing. We're still playing games. That's what I saw. I saw the trade war end, this big passionate thing. And all of a sudden, overnight, it's done. So let me go, let's take a peek at that. Wait. Trump speaks to who he speak to? No, and not the Rothchilds. He didn't get his orders yet. Oh, Trump speaks with Putin at the G20 summit. Oh, that's racism, right? Because yes, anytime you get two light-skinned people together, two light-skinned, what is that? That's a African-Russian and an African-American. Trump and Putin got together. Anytime you get them together, it's got to be racism. I know. Yeah, you listen. I don't know if you know what I'm talking. Oh, that's on Fox News too. Oh, that's not interesting. Well, we could watch that. I want to show you something else first though. Look at this. This is Putin. Everybody got the same glass. Y'all see Putin's glass? Look at Putin's glass. Everybody got the same glass. Everybody got the wine glasses. Drink the wine. It's at the G20. It's not G7 billion. It's at the G20. Everybody has the same glass. Not Putin. Not Putin. Why would Putin bring his own cup? That looked like a Starbucks cup. I'm not sure. He ain't drinking out of them cups. Thinking about poisoning the king or poisoning one of the players. I think Putin kind of is a little more in touch with how the world works. I think he understands that, yeah, sometimes the video games got to get removed. All right, what are y'all talking about? Now I'm going to show you one thing. Let's look at the trade war ending real quick. And then I'm just going to run through comments. Trade war is over. Because passionately, they finally decided it was a good idea to end the trade war. Not because the billionaires got on the phone and said, look, this is how the world works. You're not going to do this. We're losing money. And we let you play this game for a little while. Here's the end of it. Wait, Michelle Green. Who's that? Michelle Greenstein? What's her name? Is the CIA behind Hong Kong protests? Oh, that could be interesting. But first, let's look at the Huawei ban. Let's look at the Huawei ban.
Let's go tell people they'll only pay for what they need with Liberty Mutual.
This video game.
Fine,
what's that? I don't know. Another
more in
video game.
Flanagan's Independence Day sale.
Another consumer video game. Independence Day! Independence! Did we get independence? Wait. Hang on, let me ask you a question. Did we get independence? Because a lot of my friends think we didn't get independence. Should we celebrate independence if we are not independent? That's a good question. That's a question. I gotta make that a post. Try to get people to answer that. Should we celebrate Independence Day if we are not independent? Of the Rothschild. If we are in the Rothchildcade, should we be celebrating Independence Day? That's a good question. Because most people won't celebrate.
President Trump's reversal on Huawei. Over the weekend, talks at the G20 summit with President Xi Jinping, Trump announced his administration would relax the ban on the tech giant. This means U.S. tech companies can continue selling merchandise over to Huawei, but for how long? And what about all those national security concerns? For more on this developing story, let's turn now to investigative journalist Ben Swan. So Ben, President Trump claims that he has reached this decision because of the pressure he was getting from U.S. tech companies, in particular Google, who's been lobbying to keep doing business with Huawei. But do you think there's more to this?
I think that I should start today by asking a question to you. What has two thumbs and was absolutely right about Huawei? This guy right here, okay? We've been talking about Huawei now for months, Manila. And every time I have said it makes no sense at all what's happening, that tech companies won't like it. I've said that Google will push back and demand that the administration reversed course. I have said that there is no national security threat here and that the Trump administration was just using Huawei as leverage in the U.S. trade war. And every single thing that I have predicted about it so far has been correct.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Who's that? Who's that? Patricia? What she said? She said, wahoo. She said, who is that? Never heard of her. That's what the Rothchilds see. I think when you sit back and watch the game being played, it is kind of funny because you realize like, oh, Huawei is a technology that's free for freedom. That's why America doesn't want it. Or that Huawei is a technology so the Chinese can see what we're up to. And I'm just like, no, I don't think so. I think we're in the Rothchildcade, and I think if you're playing the Chinese arcade game and the national conflict arcade game, you're not going to understand. You're not going to have a 30,000-foot picture of everybody being playing their little arcade games. The Rothschilds have no idea who Huawei is, and they don't give a damn, and they shouldn't. They have no idea who the NSA is. They don't give a damn, and they shouldn't. They run all of it. They put some other 98% monkeys in charge of nations, and they don't even know who they probably are. The people who run this planet, 100 families, 13 families, whatever it is, these people are so high up, they're like in space probably talking to aliens. They're probably sending probes to the moon and Mars and trying to figure out what's going on. They're not interested in what's happening on the Earth. Y'all going extinct and kill each other anyway. They're not concerned with that. They leave other people in charge and mess around with that stuff. They have no idea what Huawei is designed to control the Chinese and people over there, and the people over here being controlled by the NSA and Cisco and Siemens and all the rest of them. And they're going to get zapped by 5G anyway. The people in control of stuff, Patricia, I agree with you. They absolutely don't care about slave technology. As long as the plantation is picking cotton, it's all they give a damn about. Everybody picking cotton. What is today? Tuesday? I think today is Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. Long as everybody's picking cotton, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, everybody's making money. The money's going up. The forced labor camp is going. As long as people are cheering jobs, they're cheering for more slavery, they're not cheering for freedom, they're cheering for more legislation, then they're happy. Like to me, like, y'all remember the terror alert scale? Y'all remember that? The terror alert scale for me never goes up until election time. It's high, it's red. High as it can go, because the only thing that terrorizes me is all your new legislation. That's terrifying to me. That's the only thing that's terrorizing Al-Qaeda, ISIS, whoever you want to come up with. They're not terror to me. That's not terror. Terror is y'all coming taking more of my rights, telling me when you're going to send armed men to put me in prison. That's terrorism, okay? Legislation, law, is terrorism. So what does that make a legislator? Damn sure not a freedom fighter. That's when my terror alert goes to level red. And so now the election cycle's coming up. Everybody's throwing their threats out. We need to make a law to stop Americans from this. We need to make a law to put the people here. We need to make a law to... That's some terrorism. All right, so this whole Huawei
because yes, look, the Trump administration now suddenly turns around.
Phony.
National security concerns, there aren't any, even though they say there might be, but that's fine. We're just going to move forward anyways. Huawei is not a threat to the U.S. They're not a threat to us economically. They're not stealing our IP now, and all of a sudden Google can do business, and any U.S. company can do business with Huawei. So everything they have said about it so far has now been erased in the last 24 hours by the Trump administration saying, never mind, go ahead, it's fine.
Okay,
That's good.
Okay,
That's
Ben.
good.
So
That's
you
fine.
might have been correct on all of this, but there is one guy who's not happy about this at all. One very loud little duck in Florida, Senator Marco Rubio, not thrilled. He said over the weekend that loosening the restrictions are going to result in catastrophic mistakes. What do you think those catastrophic mistakes are they? What's he referring to?
So once again, if I'm going to be on the side of this, there's the Ben Swann side and the Marco Rubio side. I'd rather be on the Ben Swann side, right? Because Marco Rubio, again, here's a little man who likes to wave the alarm flag all the time about some terrible thing that's going to happen. He says it would be catastrophic, as you've just pointed out there. What would be catastrophic? Huawei here's what's been catastrophic for the U.S. has been the inability to be able to sway other countries through threats, through demands, through basically falsifying information about what Huawei's been doing.
Yeah.
And what the U.S. suddenly realized was other countries said, show us the evidence. They ran their own tests on it, and they said, everything you're saying is untrue, and they continue to work with Huawei, and they're not having catastrophic results. Marco Rubio is going to do this with everything. He just waves his little flag and screams that the sky is falling. He's like Chicken Little.
That's just it, though, Ben. We also have economic advisor to the White House, Larry
All right, hold on. Let's see, Chicken Little. I love that analogy. That is very true. Y'all remember Chicken Little? The sky is always, isn't that Chicken Little? The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Running through the thing, and this is what I see. This is why I don't play any of the games. I'm not playing the games. I'm just gonna sit back like, oh yeah, the sky ain't really falling. You're playing asteroid. Literally, the sky is not falling. It's just a game. It really, the asteroids, the spaceship gonna get hit and you're not gonna blow up. Trust me, you're gonna still be there in the Rothchildcade. You're not just playing a game. I know they're playing Dig Dug. I gotta jump over these hills. This racism is coming for me. I gotta shoot because the immigrants are coming. Like, no, they just here to pick your strawberries. That's it. Because you ain't gonna pick your strawberries. You ain't gonna wash your car. You ain't gonna get that glyphosate and spray it on your yard. They're literally people who are just coming here because we destroyed their country so they can actually have food and like houses and water and stuff and minerals and stuff that we stole the resource from their countries so they can send it home to the people who can't live a life because you installed a puppet fake government in the Rothchildcade. All right. I like the Chicken Little example because that's how you get people scared. You get them scared, then man, you can break a person. You can break a scared human. Stop saying Huawei. I can't, Dan. It's funny. I love it. Is Huawei gonna stay in the news? I hope it stays in the news. All right, I'm done with that. I don't watch that no more. I don't watch that video game no more. Any other video games? Let's see what other video games we got. Let's go to RT because I might have missed something important. Let's go to RT. See if I miss any video games. Did I miss any video games today? What kind of video games we got going on? Dang! Kind of fake news. What am I supposed to be scared of? Chicken Little? What's falling? Something falling. Something falling somewhere. Trump loses trade war to China. Yep, that's falling. That's the election nonsense. Nope, the Rothchilds, Rockefellers made a decision. That's all that is. Is CIA behind the Hong Kong protest? Now, that might be interesting. Let's watch that arcade. Let's go and see who's playing.
Chill out with the new Wawa Freeze. Now available for a limited time at Wawa.
Wawa. See, did y'all hear that? See, that's when I messed up because you're not from here. You don't know. We got a store called Wawa. That's what I was trying to tell you about the other day. Wawa. It's like Huawei. That's why I kept messing it up. What's this? Good liar. Oh. Did y'all? Hang on. I don't care nothing about that. Did y'all see? Damn it. Who posted that yesterday? There was a movie I missed, and it had somebody. Who's Anthony? You were on that thread. Somebody posted a movie. Hang on. Hit the brakes for a second. There was an awesome movie that I have to watch, and I think everybody needs to watch. Let me go on my history sharing. It was a movie about lies didn't exist. Did y'all see this? There was a video game apparently in the Rothchildcade, the analogy, where nobody lied. Everybody told the truth. Because I think I posted something. We were talking about, you know, that the only reason people lie is because we think we're disconnected. Like we lie to each other because we want to control each other and force each other to do something. And that if we actually realized we were all a part of the same damn ecosystem, if we were evolved creatures, if we had any level of sentience or anything that was important, we wouldn't lie to each other. We wouldn't, because lying, it's a technique of controlling someone, right? Like, that's the only reason people lie. They want to control you. They want to control what you think. That's what lying is. But apparently, because I was saying that, you know, if we realized that we were all connected, that nobody would lie. Nobody would lie because we're all connected. Why would we lie to ourselves? Why would we utilize a self-destructive tool against ourselves? That's just stupid for any sentient species that's trying to avoid extinction. But there was a movie. What's the name of the movie? There was a movie where nobody could lie, and one guy discovered lying. Oh, I got to show the trick. We'll go back to the video game on the CIA in Hong Kong in a minute. There was, what was the name of the movie? And it looked like it was from the 80s. And one guy discovered lying, and he was like getting away. It was the most awesome thing. Here it goes. The invention of, I think the invention of lying. Hang on, we gotta watch this. We gotta watch the trailer. No, wait. Yeah, it's called The Invention of Lying. Did y'all watch this? I didn't watch it. I want to watch the trailer. Where's the trailer? Because if I show anything other than the trailer, they'll take the video down. I gotta show the trailer. Where's the trailer? Invention of Lying. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. I didn't watch the movie. We need to watch the movie. I don't know who posted it. No, of course, and I can't find it in my history because they know I want to show it. Damn, CIA, get out. No, not the gods must be trained. Robert, man, cut it out. But that actually is an important one to watch too. That's an important, because the gods are crazy. The gods are crazy because your gods ain't your gods. Your gods is just your government. That's why the CIA hid that Adam and Eve story from you. The Invention of Lying. We got to watch the trailer because I think this is the power of the media right now. This is the power of the elites. And then we'll go back to the other video game. The Invention of Lying. Well, first you got to spell lying right. It helps. Trailer. There we go. Right there. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. Here we go. And this is a trailer. Don't take the damn video down. Damn, it's just a trailer. Where's the right there? And I think it's this one. No, that's the best one. Right here. Let's look at the trailer. Looks like a great
Botanical.
movie.
Vodka distilled with real botanicals for a fresh taste. And the most delicious part? No artificial flavors, sweeteners, or sugar. Kettle One Botanical. Real botanicals, fresh
Kettle
taste.
One, yeah, but it's got glyphosate and it's carcinogen. All the wines got, they all got carcinogens in them, right? You know why? I'm gonna stop for a minute. Because my mind goes in a couple different places. Because the roots supposed to grow deep. And Elaine Ingham tried to teach all that. The grapevines, the roots literally grow down into caverns underground, hundreds of feet. Because a lot of the wine, the vineyards, they've been there for hundreds of years, right? So these plants are very old. They're just down in the cracks, way down in the caverns and the caves beneath. So all that DT and glyphosate and all that poison that your government's been just paying companies to just dump in the ground because you got an oligarchy and a French bourgeoisie that got to make money. All the grapevine, they're just pulling it up. Like the organic certification is like 6 years of not using pesticides. And they're like, oh, no, the chemicals all ran through the soil. No, it did not. No. Only farmers have tomatoes whose roots grow 12 inches. Those are people who have no idea how to grow a damn tomato. Tomato root's supposed to be as deep as the clay layers go. But anyway, we won't go through that. So yeah, all wine, no such thing as organic wine. Not to me. It makes no damn sense. All right, check this out.
I'm Mark. How are you?
A little frustrated at the moment. Also equally depressed and pessimistic about our date tonight.
Sure.
Imagine a world where everyone can only tell the truth.
I had a little sip of this from right there.
I'm with him right now. Seems nice. A bit fat.
She's way out of your league.
No, I won't be sleeping with him tonight.
About everything.
I loathed almost every minute that I worked for you.
All the time.
I've always hated you. You've always hated you. I didn't know that. Yeah, a lot of people know it. Don't you wish you could change things?
How much are you going to be withdrawing today, sir?
$800.
It says here that you only have $300. It seems our system has made a mistake. Here you go.
Today, I stumbled upon something that no man has ever stumbled on before. The world's first lie.
This fall.
I said something that wasn't. Huh? I'm black.
I knew it.
I'm an Eskimo.
Fantastic.
I'm a one-armed German space explorer.
When's your launch date?
And everybody would believe it. Imagine if you were like a Rothschild. Imagine if you were a Rockefeller. Imagine if you were one of these families that owns everything. Imagine if you ran political parties and nations, and whatever you put on the news, everybody would believe. Whatever you put on television and the media, everybody would go for. You would be him. See, I like this movie. I've never seen it. I need to watch it. But to me, it says I'm frozen. To me, I think that's exactly where we are. Because most of my friends, unfortunately, and family, they believe everything that's on the television. They believe everything. I'll post a trailer. You can watch the whole thing. But I think that's a fantastic movie. I think What's the name of the movie? It's called The Invention of Lying. The Invention of Lying. It's called The Invention of the Rothchildcade. It's called The Invention of the Rothchildcade, where only few people were allowed to lie and everybody else believes it, right? It's a story about democratic elections. It's a story about democratic debates where people go on stage and they lie to everybody and everybody just believes it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm having fun. Let me go back to the video. I want to show this video game. It came to mind. Somebody posted, I think it was M. John. Somebody posted that. And I was like, I've never seen that movie. Why is that movie not super popular? I like movies. I watch movies all the time. But I think that actually is a great example. It's a great documentary about what it's like to be born with true privilege. Not fake privilege, not that little baby privilege, not side effect privilege. I mean real privilege. Where you're born and your family owns islands and nations. Where they write pledges. They tell nations when they can go to war and when they can't. They tell massive nations and corporations who can have Huawei phones and who can't. When they can and when they can't. When they'll trade, when they won't. Watch it. Is it coming this fall? It says coming. Okay, it's new. Wow. Okay, I thought it was, oh, that's weird, Ivana. That's weird. I looked at it, looked like it was old 80s clothes. All right, let's go back to the other video game. What is this? CIA behind Hong Kong protests. Let's look at that video game. This is another.
By the Trump administration is a huge win for China. The United States was going to levy some $34 billion in imports from China starting this week on the 6th. And Trump had threatened another $400 billion, apparently on top of that. China got what it wants, and by the way, Wall Street also got what it wanted. This story, as you might expect, is barely getting any coverage because Mr. Trump, in an apparent attempt to shift the media's attention away from the China reversal, did something quite interesting yesterday. Some would say maybe really smart. He showed up at the DMZ and crossed over into North Korea, and the media bought it, swallowed it, hook, line, and sinker. You'd think something like the world had changed or something. So if you tune into any U.S. network today, you're going to see that story, that story, that story, and only that story. That's it. That's all you're going to see. It's 24 hours of just that, right? Is it media manipulation at its absolute best? Why? Well, it denies the China victory, right? U.S. reporters don't want to tell you that China just scored a huge win over the United States. It overcovers a meeting which may not amount to anything at all. And then there's another story that the mainstream media may be misreporting as well. And I want to play something for you. This is interesting. Listen here. This is George Galloway. He was on this morning with my colleague, Manila Chan, who does a fabulous job on In Question, by the way. Listen to what he is suggesting here about who's really pulling the strings of these protesters.
I have no doubt that there are foreign hands in this trouble. I see this as another of these color-coded revolutions, so-called, that took place in the Ukraine and in Georgia and many other places.
It was actually even longer, but I want to talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to introduce our guests here. Joining us are two of the best when it comes to...
All right, hold on, wait, I gotta say something real quick. Say something real quick. Who said that? Ivana said it. You nailing it today. Hold on. I wanted, because she said something, damn it. Oh, the screen, oh, there you go. True, a distraction. I didn't even think about it. Look at this. This is what I think. I think that when we do this, nope, that's make me disappear. Don't do that. Don't do that. Disappear, people. When we sit back in the Rothchildcade and we realize that all of these are video games, that all of them are video games, that we're in a world where literally the entire media is controlled by just a few corporations that are owned by just a few families, that all of these games are played to distract us. To distract us from the fact that we are in the Rothchildcade. To distract us from the fact that our planet is being controlled by people who shouldn't control a damn daycare full of rocks. By psychopaths and bankers and people who print the money. And you said that, it's making me thinking, Yvonne, like that's the whole goal. And I think that's how we get somewhere. If we all can just sit back and just view everything with the skepticism that these are all video games to distract us. Because the game makers, they make the games that make the best sound. They like, yeah, I want to go play that game. Like, no, calm down, calm down. Okay, you can play the game. Go play the game if that's what you really want to do. But don't lose sight of the fact that we are in the Rothchildcade. Understand while you're playing the game. Play the game for research. There you go. If you want to play politics, play the game for research. If you want to play nationalism, play the game for research. Go in there and see what the avatars are like. See what they're thinking about. Break it down. Understand what's going on in that game and why grown adults are trapped in those games. And then come out and tell us. That's what you do. But never lose sight of the fact that all of this are distractions. All of it are distractions by people who control everything to stay in control. Don't ever, you want to go play racism? Go play racism. Don't hurt anybody in the game, but play the game and try to deconstruct the psychology of why we would want to play the game. Because of the sounds and everybody's playing that game. But step back and realize everything is economics. Everything is energy. Everything is gravity. Whoever controls those things, they control the whole damn arcade. And Mama's coming back, y'all. To wrap that back around, Mama's coming back. And Mama got a purse full of a lot of money. We can keep playing games, or we can go home when we're done playing. Chew on that analogy for a little bit. Damn it, I don't know, you said something that just sent me there. That's why I love doing this. People say things and it triggers that thought and whatever you think about it. Always sit back. And maybe you don't want to play any games. And to me right now, I just don't want to play any games anymore. I'm done. Damn it, I'm 45. Why am I still playing these video games with these people? I'm sick of it. I'm like, you know what? I done been in the damn arcade for 45 years. I'm kind of sick of the noise. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of sick of it. So I'm kind of just watching everybody else play. And if I get trapped, because every now and then I get trapped, I'll get pulled into a game. And I pull myself out and realize, why am I playing that game again? No. We need to leave the arcade. Like I'm sick of the Rothchildcade. Mama, yeah, somebody need to get a cell phone. We didn't have cell phones back then. We had bag phones. Y'all know the bag phone? Somebody need to call Mom and say, Mom, I'm ready to go. I'm done playing games. It's not fun anymore. All right, good analogy.
To this story in particular. NRS correspondent Michelle Greenstein has been all over the China-U.S. story for months now and has done really, I mean, cover your ears, groundbreaking reporting. She really has. Also, Boom Bust host, thank you.
All right, and I'm a hate for a minute. Can I hate on RT for a minute? Can I be nice? Y'all be nice. Let me hate on RT. I'm sick of seeing pretty people on the news. Why can't they have ugly people? Why can't they have people like me on the news? Why you always got to pick somebody that everybody's going to gravitate towards? Even that is a psychological control. Even that is some sort of a video game. Because everybody wants to be around the pretty people. Everybody wants to be around the cool kids. Like they're always playing us with psychology. I want to see regular Americans on the news. I want to see regular Britons on the news. People that just got mold and spots and bumps and cellulose. And I want to see regular people. I want to see regular people, and I want to see them like I see them in the Walmart and Target. I want to see them in bathrobes. I want to see them in what they wear on a daily. I don't want to see them full of it. I want to see regular damn people saying. That's when I think the news will be important again. When everybody looks like everybody else, and you're focused on what they're saying in the video game, not what they look like. Because they do that to control people. And yes, who said that? Christine, image is everything. It's everything. Because people are still gravitating towards the cool kids. And I'm like, stop it with the clicks. This is all right, anyway, let me go. I just saw that for a minute. I want to say, we supposed to be talking about the CIA. Let's go back to the CIA video game. Are they behind the Hong Kong protest?
You can get them down now. Also, Boom Bust host Christy Alley, knows the business, probably as well as anybody out there when it comes to the business side of this conversation that we're about to have. So, Michelle, let me begin with you and the Galloway comments we heard a little while ago.
All right, stop it. Pause the video game. Damn it. What y'all Let me clarify something. I know why he's stopping the news. Well, first of all, it's a video game. Trust me, it'll still be there when we're done. I'm done running my mouth. It'll be there. It's not going nowhere. The Rothchildcade is designed to make it stupid. So they're not going to stop the game. Just hit pause. First of all, I have not been in Walmart in... When was the last time I've been to Walmart? I have no idea. I'm projecting and imagining, Ivana, that Walmart has not changed. And the last time I was at Walmart, oh my goodness, I won't tell you what I saw. For whatever reason, I had to go there. It was late at night. Why was I there? It was late. It was something like midnight. It was crazy. That's when you don't want to go to Walmart unless you want to do a live stream, a video, and get something to go viral. That's when the freaks. Y'all remember that song, The Freaks Come Out at Night? I'm just imagining, Ivana, and I'm putting together in my mind, because I don't want anybody shopping at Walmart. I don't want anybody shopping at Target or thinking I do. I imagine that things have not changed and things are steadily getting worse. And if things are steadily getting worse, and back when I went, they wore house slippers and robes with holes in the back. You could see half a butt cheek, part of a nipple and a testicle. Like, you could see all that because people didn't care. They just went in pajamas and stuff. I'm assuming right now, Ivana, at Walmart, people butt naked. That's what I'm assuming. I just think people just go to Walmart with just jerry curl and rollers, whatever, just walk around, mullet, not even, that's what I'm thinking. Walmart hadn't changed. I'm pretty sure it has not changed. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's changed one bit, but don't
What he seems to be saying is that what's going on in Hong Kong may not actually be what it appears to be, that there's something behind it, something pushing.
Stop it. Pause. You mean things that on the news might not be as they appear to be? You got to be kidding me. That's just ridiculous. Why would the news lie to us?
Someone perhaps with an agenda. Is he right?
Yes, you could certainly say he's right, and this is an element of the Hong Kong protests that are not being so that's not being so covered in the Western corporate press. Yeah. No surprise there. So I want to show you something. I want to show you the organizers of these anti-extradition law. They call themselves the Civil Human Rights Front, and I want to show you the members of the organizations of this Civil Human Rights Front. So
these are the protesters.
That's right, the organizers of these protesters. Okay. Not all of the protesters are part of these groups, but these are the organizers. We've got the Hong Kong Institute of Human Resource Management. We've got the Hong Kong Confederation of Trade Unions, as well as a number of others. Now, what do all of these organizations that you see listed here have in common?
Tell me.
They're all taking money, and they've all worked with an...
Well, wait a minute. They're all control organizations. Outside of the other things, and Michelle is real deep. She researched it. I'm going to listen to her. But right now, when I look at that, I see Hong Kong Institute of Human Resource Management. That's Hong Kong Institute of Slavery Plantation Management. Hong Kong Confederation of Trade Unions. That's Hong Kong Confederation of Slave Product Trade, West India Trading Company Trade Unions, and Hong Kong Journalists Association, which is the Hong Kong Control the People Are Lying to Them Through the Media Association, and then the rest of them: Civic, Labor, the Slavery Party, and the Democratic Party, which there's no democracy. Gang rapes of democracy. So I don't see anything good in those. I don't see anything good in those.
An organization called the National Endowment for Democracy. They've all received funding from this organization. Now, the National Endowment for Democracy has been funding groups in Hong Kong. This goes back to the 90s, but just in the last year, the Hong Kong Institute for Human Resource Management, which is the first thing that you saw on your list there moments ago, got $90,000 in just 1 year, in just 2018, from the National Endowment for Democracy.
Would you tell us, so our viewers can understand, who the hell is the National Endowment for Democracy? Who are these people?
That's right. So who is this NGO funding these protesters, right? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. So let's listen to Carl Gershman. Here's what he had to say. He was actually the president of the National Endowment for Democracy at the time he said this. He said, "It would be terrible for democratic groups around the world to be seen as subsidized by the CIA. We saw that in the 60s, and that's why it's been discontinued. That's why the endowment was created." So here we have this NGO that's been created to, in a sense, do the CIA's work overtly. And let's hear it from Alan Weinstein, who actually helped draft the legislation to create the NED. Here's how he put it. He put it a bit simpler. He said, "A lot of what we do today was done covertly 25 years ago by the CIA." So you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from these men who were involved from the ground up at the National Endowment for Democracy. Here they are saying that this is, in a sense, a front for the CIA itself. And as you know, the CIA loves funding opposition groups.
Well, but you know, a lot of Americans don't know this, right? I mean, you and I this weekend were texting back and forth about the fact that just as back in 2009, the United States actually perpetrated a coup in Honduras.
Right.
The country where we're having all these problems now with all these immigrants coming.
That's right.
The Obama administration, and it was led by none other than Hillary Clinton, right?
That's
so
right.
That's kind of,
and that's just
we do this.
Many right-wing coups that the U.S. has supported in the past, of course. The National Endowment for Democracy was involved in Honduras as well, though. That's a good point.
So you haven't heard that we're the ones
Well, so the CIA has always been up to what the CIA is, and I'm gonna check out of that video game. They've been up what they've always been up to. Well, I'm not anti-CIA, but every now and then you gotta check in the video game. They're trying to control people as they always have been. Uh-oh, looks like you said we lost YouTube. Well, yeah, I know they don't like it. Let me see. I don't know what's going on YouTube, but I guess it's off. So that's why you gotta be on multiple platforms. They all pick and choose. They all got different software. They all have different learning software and pseudo-psychotic AI that determines what gets bandwidth and what doesn't. It's the world we live in. All right. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel called Radio Face and tell everybody it's G's fault. What? What are you talking about, Patricia? No, it ain't nothing my fault. Listen, Patricia, I stay in my own skin. I stay in my own skin and I have trouble managing myself. I don't want to manage anybody else. Yeah, it looks like YouTube is gone. Brother Gustin's over there. I don't see it broadcasting to YouTube. That's what happens. It shows an error. Error. There's a slave talking about the Rothchildcade. You're not supposed to talk about the Rothchildcade. You need to go to the Rothchilds arcade, pick a game, and play it like a fool. And I'm too old to be a fool. I'm too old to be fooled. I'm too old to be a fool, and I'm tired of being fooled. I'm tired of being played all the damn time by the people who run all of this mess. Continue player up, insert the coin. Right, that's it then. And I'm just not. I got $1.25 left in my pocket. Mama gave me. I don't want to play anymore. I used 3 coins. I've realized that the games, when you go up in the levels, you don't actually get anything for them. If you actually win the game, you don't actually win the game. So I'm not playing no more. I'm going to save my $1.25 and buy me some bubble gum and soda pop. Organic. There's something for everyone. It's all covered. It is, Sandra. It's all covered. It's all covered in that analogy. As soon as you go in the arcade, as soon as you're born on this planet in these societies, you're going to find one that's great for you. You can jump right in. You're going to pick your avatar. I'm going to be this, that. You know, they got the religion game, too. They got all these games that you can jump into. They got the atheist game. You pick your game, you get your avatar, and you go figure out who you want to fight in this fantasy world to keep the Rothchildcade going. All right, let me see. Listening on Fool's Book. Gustin, I'm sorry you had to come over. I don't know what happened. This is the world we're going into. Less and less are you going to hear people not playing video games. You got to play the video games. If you don't play the video games, you won't have a voice, you know, and you got to navigate. This is what I'm saying. We only got a very short period of time to do this. All of this is coming to an end. All right, let's do comments, and I'm gonna get out of here. What time is it? Yeah, I got to get going. Goodness gracious. I'm not gonna give up my wine. Yvonne, nobody say give up the wine. You just gotta drink smoothies before you drink your wine. Maybe you can put a little wine in the smoothie if you want to. But you eat healthy. This is what, you know, once again, being strong and being healthy is the bottom line. If you're healthy, then keep eating what you're eating. If you're getting sick and having, then you shouldn't eat that. That's that's how I think it works. Eileen's talking about wine from Cali has Fukushima radiation in it now too. Yeah, it does, Eileen, in all of the United States, because that radiation likes to fly. It believes it can fly. It believes it can touch the okra. It'll fly all across, but California, that's a good point. And it's not just the radiation from Fukushima, but radiation from whenever. I mean, the dumb things we've been doing on this planet, the speed extinction of the human species is ridiculous. Let me see. Agnes of God. My mom took me to the theater when I was 10 to watch that one. Crazy what my parents used to Let me watch. I don't think she realized the content. The movie. Oh, before. I would guess Agnes of God is that pornography, Max? What is that? True, there's a reason the bourgeoisie is a French word. Yes, Robert, which is where, you know, it's no different. We talk about America a lot here, but none of the other Rothschild countries are any different. They're all pretty much the same. They all pretty much do the same thing. They keep everybody playing. As long as they got a game for everybody to play, a left, right, Democrat, Republican, black, white, Chinese, French, this, that, the other. As long as, you know, Christian, Muslim, even within the Muslim video section of the arcade game, they got the Shia and the Sunni. In the Christian video game section, they got Christian and Catholic. As long as everybody's fighting, as long as all the dumb monkeys are fighting and they don't focus on the Rothchildcade, everything is good. If you focus on the Rothchildcade, you got a problem. I was frozen. Oh, okay, all kind of problems with the video today, huh? All right, let me see. I'm definitely gonna watch that. It's coming this fall. I'm definitely gonna. I might watch that day one. I gotta take my boys to go see. If I'm still here, they might kick me out the arcade by then. But that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing. Y'all kick me out the arcade. I think I'd like to do that. I'd like to be kicked out the arcade. My dad took me to see 2001: Space Odyssey when I was old. Front row. Okay, well, Dee, I think that's a documentary. I think that probably kind of sort of happened. You know, because if you own a Rothchildcade, you can go to space because all the monkeys just playing. You know, they're fueling everything you need, and corporations and governing. They're not interested in energy and patents and fighting gravity. They're busy fighting each other. You can go to space. You can do anything you want. I think that was kind of a documentary. Total distraction. Let me see. He's a showman. Reincarnation of B.T. Barnum. Who is, Mary? See, the kids got tablets with games programmed. Good Lord, some are very indoctrinating and weird. Pretty scary. Be wary of your child playing and watching. Yes, Daniel, because I mean, there are a couple things happening with these pads in these games. One, they're teaching kids the concept of tribalism, fighting other people, not the fact that we're in a fantasy game, a fantasy world. And two, the concepts within. The concepts within. Every game you play, every movie you watch, you're being programmed. Your subconscious is taking it all in. Taking it all in. You gotta be very careful of what you allow in your subconscious. That's why I'm very selective with my subconscious. I'm very selective with what I let in. I'm very selective with who I let around me and how often I let them around. Because I don't want anybody programming me. It's not just the media that's programming you. It's your husband, it's your wife, probably could be your kids, your brother, your friends at work, your co-workers, the people you go to lunch with, the people you hang out at the Vendeteria with. Like, all of those people are programming you. Sunday, when you go to church, or Saturday, whenever you going to temple, everybody's programming. And so the older I get, the more selective I am. The people I give a USB connection to my subconscious, because I understand my subconscious is making 90-some% of my decisions all day passively. And I damn sure ain't gonna let those be Democrat decisions. I damn sure ain't gonna let them be Republican decisions. I don't want them to be any decisions in any of these bigoted video games. I want them to be decisions based on a 30,000-foot level, standing back, watching the arcade. Shadow constructs, exactly, Beaufort, they're all fantasy shadow constructs, all of them. I'm with you, drawer, sitting on the sideline, observing. I get frustrated with people who are still playing. But don't get frustrated, Ivana, they're supposed to. They're supposed to, don't get frustrated. Like I said, I every now and then they try to pull me into conflict. I'm not going. They try to pull me in. Yeah, I'm not going. And once I get lost and I'm starting to play a game, like, oh, don't play that. You know, but don't get frustrated. People are where they are. Everybody's in a different place. You know, like I said, I was thinking this morning, like, yeah, we're flirting with human extinction. We're flirting with extinction as a species. But if we all can evolve, or most of us, or a certain percentage of us, can evolve beyond conflict, we can't evolve and realize that we are in a Rothchildcade, a Rothchildcade. We're in a Democrat-cade, a Republican-cade, an American-cade, that we're not in all of these multiple levels of gaming us. If we can't realize that and realize that each other is more important, the ecosystem we have, the planet that we have is a beautiful Garden of Eden, we should be stewards of it. If we can't evolve, most of us, we shouldn't be here. We should go extinct. So I don't let it get me down. Like I'm just kind of enjoying it. I'm just like watching it. Some of the things piss me off, but I don't like, this is where we are. If most people want war, we're gonna have more war. If most people want conflict, we're gonna have conflict. If most people want to think that you got British Americans and American Americans and Spanish Americans and Latin Americans, people want to believe all of that, that's fine. I just believe the timeline. Go all the way back to the beginning. Everybody in America is African American. I will be specific, they're North African Americans. Everybody in Britain is North African Britons. Everybody in Egypt is North, well, I guess Egypt, is that where the cradle of life? I don't know, assuming that's true, because that might not even be true. Shoot, life could have started in Australia. How would we know? That's the problem in the Rothchildcade, is they hide ancient archaeology and evidence, and they deleted most of the culture that ever existed on this planet. They completely wiped them from the Library of Alexandria. So we don't even know what, was true from the very beginning. We have no idea, but we know we aren't what we think we are. That's what we know. We know we all come from the same people. We're all cousins, we're all related, and we are not what we think we are. All of these Rothschild labels. I mean, even Africa's that's even a Rothschild label. Go back to the beginning. Go all the way back to the beginning. Adult clicks. Yes, Rebecca. And that's, and it's funny. These adult clicks are something. There's something. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And they try to pull me into, I'm not doing clicks. I don't want to be in your clique. I don't want to be in your club. I don't want to be one of the cool kids. I don't actually think that they're cool. I don't want to be around the successful people because I don't think you know what success is. I don't want to be around the powerful people because I don't think you even know what power is. I'm just doing me. How's that saying? I am that I am. That's it. I am that I am. And I think that's a scripture. I am that I am. And I have no idea what I am, but I damn sure am what you say I am. Just because I was born in front of that video game doesn't make me that. I don't know what I am. I'm trying to find out what I am. When I find out what I am, I might let you know. Might. Probably not. Because I probably won't ever find out at the root what I am. Not till maybe we die. Right. Yeah, bathrobes. Both in bathrobes. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Yeah, I've seen worse, but they come in there with the pajamas with the holes and the rips and the tears and everything. I was just like, oh, look. I was like, I can't shop here no more. Like, it's not even about the fact that it was like late at night. It's just like, this is not my thing. I don't want that in my mental Rolodex. I don't want to see the things that people want to show me at Walmart with rollers in their head. I don't want to see that. I want to protect my mind from that. But everything is a video game. We're trapped there. Everything. A whole lot of love. I love you. Love, 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 love all over here. Continue player up, insert coin. Yeah. Yep, YouTube is gone. Is it that the trade deals are being ignored or that they're withdraw from them? I'm confused. Well, they were threatening. They were threatening, right? Because they say, well, Trump came up with the art of the deal and he's a great dealer, and that he was fighting with the Chinese and whatever. But the trade wars are coming to an end. They're saying Huawei wasn't an excuse to start up a trade war to make deals. I just think it's just a game that's being played. I think it's always, we're in the Rothchildcade. We really don't know like the real root reasons. We're not allowed to know. We're like the poor people at the bottom. But the point is, the phone rang and somebody said all that passionate trade war stuff is over. You're not going to do that anymore. They're not doing it anymore. Whoever that is, I don't know. May not be the Rothschilds or Rockefellers, but damn sure ain't the people who they put on television. All right, let me see. You should be an anti-CIA. We'd be much better off if we never had a CIA. Read Legacy of Ashes. Well, absolutely, Robert. And I'm not saying the CIA is good or bad or indifferent. I'm saying the CIA is people, right? As long as we as people believe that we need to have groups that lie to us, that we're not all connected, that we all aren't going to either die, live, or thrive together, then that's where we are. We shouldn't have a group that's based in lying. Totally agree with you. That's the dumbest thing I've ever. Why would you make a group based in lying on a planet that has technologies that can end life for all of us? That's just the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like the whole process, but it's just where we are. Walmart, come as you are. Yeah, Sharon, the church missed it. Walmart got it. That's what we used to say in church. Come as you are. That's not true. They didn't believe that one bit. Nope. They come as you are. Bring your purse. You can come as you are, but bring that wallet. I know people don't like that, but it is what it is. Come as you are. Yeah, you sure can come as you are, as long as you got some money coming with you. Let me see. You want to see Walmart like people hosting news? Well, I do, Ivana. I do, because I think the news is entertaining, and we're much more entertaining if the people look like us instead it was captivating. I don't want to be captivated by the news. I want actually to focus on what's being said. But that's why they pick all the pretty people. I don't want to see pretty people. I want to see regular people on the news. I don't want to see unblemished skin. I want to see blemished skin and gray beards on your face and George Jefferson's like I got on your head. That's all I want to see, regular people. That's all. I rarely see caterpillars anymore. I wonder if there are less or if I don't notice them like I was when I was little. No, Megs, I think I agree with you. I think there are less caterpillars. When we were kids, we used to see just trees full of them. Now, I found one in my coffee the other day. I found one in my coffee the other day. I didn't eat it. I took it out, unlike the ants. Every now and then I swallow an ant or two. But yeah, I see them on rare occasion. But we're destroying this planet at the ecosystem level. Like, we are literally eviscerating our whole ecosystem. And we have no idea how all of this is connected, how it's all interrelated, but we want to keep doing it. You know, we're still cheering for these video games. We're not focusing on the fact that we are pushing the limits of extinction. We don't know the benefit, all the benefits of caterpillars, the bees, the insects, the birds, the bugs, the mammals, everything that's going extinct. To me, that's a time to kind of push the chair back, step back from the video game and just wonder, should we keep playing this? Should we keep playing these games if we're actually destroying the planet that we got to exist on? Love potato bug, roly-poly too. All right, Max, let me see. Thanks, Gerard. Hope everyone finds a way to celebrate the connections you have with people. Maybe we should all be celebrating Independence Day. Anyways, there's no internet at the cottage in Maine. Oh, okay, that sounds fun. That sounds like intellectual. There's no internet connection. Sound like you're gonna have a smart getaway. And yeah, and people should celebrate Independence Day. I'm not saying don't celebrate Independence Day. I'm just saying that on that day, we need to think about maybe we should actually have real independence. Maybe for Independence Day, people should value independence, not dependence. We are completely dependent as people, and certainly as nations and states and everything. As a world, we're dependent on this Rothchildcade because everything they sell, we buy and we need. If we really believe in independence, we need to think about being independent at our local levels. Not that you don't want to be detached from people, but damn sure you don't want to be attached to systems and corporations and governments and those things that always lie to you. They're not even biological. So I think for Independence Day, think about being independent from video games. In the Rothchildcade, think about saying, I'm done playing the game. Get up from your stool and just watch other silly people play. All right, this is Gerard. I got to get going. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great day. I'm out. Bye-bye.